This is the Stock Market Daily News podcast for Thursday, May 8th, 2026. Let's get you caught up on an action-packed day, where Wall Street powered to new record highs, but signs of caution are emerging beneath the surface. Yesterday, the S&P 500 surged 1.5% to close at a record 7,365, with the Dow Jones up 1.2%, finishing just shy of 50,000 at 49,910. The Nasdaq led the charge, gaining 2% to finish at 25,838. Small caps joined the rally too, with the Russell 2000 up 1.5%. The big headline, strong tech earnings, easing war fears, and hopes for an Iran peace deal sent risk assets soaring. Let's dive deeper into the top stories moving markets. First up, a historic stock rally is showing signs of going manic, according to Bloomberg Intelligence. Their sentiment model, tracking bond spreads and volatility, is now at its most exuberant level in years. The S&P 500 just posted its fifth best monthly return in 35 years, up over 10% in April, and tacked on another 2% already in May. While past readings like this have usually brought more gains, the pace tends to slow and leadership narrows to large caps. The key takeaway for investors: strong earnings are fueling the rally, but market breadth is thinning, so watch for possible rotation below the surface. Turning to individual stocks, Whirlpool plunged 21% in pre-market trading to just $43, hitting its lowest level since 2009. The appliance giant warned of a recession-level industry decline, blaming sharp demand drops linked to the Iran war. Q1 revenue came in at $3.2 billion, missing expectations, and the company slashed its full-year earnings outlook nearly in half. The contrast? While broad recession fears are easing, Whirlpool shows that pockets of consumer stress remain, a reminder for investors to scrutinize sector-specific risks. On the currency front, the Indian rupee recorded its sharpest one-day gain in a month, strengthening 67 paise to close at 94.61 against the dollar. What's driving it? An $8 drop in oil prices and positive signals out of U.S.-Iran diplomacy. Lower crude prices are especially impactful for India, which imports 80% of its energy, and falling bond yields below 7% added tailwinds. For investors focused on emerging markets, this currency move signals relief for inflation and input costs. Meanwhile in tech, Bitcoin roared above $80,000 as traders point to rare alignment across on-chain data, futures flows, and options positioning, all hinting at a possible run toward 85,000. Crypto stocks rallied on the back of this move, with surging demand reflected in trading volumes and ETF inflows. For traders, the key is the feedback loop. As Bitcoin rises, dealers are forced to hedge by buying more, which can simply amplify momentum, but beware, a quick reversal could spark sudden volatility. In earnings, Disney shares jumped 7% after the company delivered robust Q2 results in new CEO Josh D'Amore's first report. Revenue in the entertainment segment climbed 10% to $11.7 billion, with streaming profits up 88%. Experiences, think theme parks, grew 7% to $9.5 billion, despite a challenging entertainment landscape. The message from management: Disney is doubling down on what works, but pressure remains in the sports and creative segments. Before we wrap up, here's a rapid-fire analyst call roundup. Alcoa and Oracle were both upgraded, with Oracle's new price target at $255. PayPal was downgraded to neutral, with analysts citing margin pressures and a trim in price targets. Quick recap: S&P 500 and Nasdaq hit new highs on tech strength, Whirlpool flashes consumer stress, India's rupee surges, Bitcoin eyes fresh records, and Disney delights investors. Looking ahead, keep your eyes on upcoming U.S. inflation data, Costco earnings on May 28th, and any developments in Middle East peace efforts. Thanks for joining us for your daily dose of market intelligence. Be sure to subscribe and follow for tomorrow's essential news. This is the Stock Market Daily News Podcast, keeping you a step ahead.